Welcome to the hottest entertainment blog on the internet today, the A-List. And I am your host, Wes Troop. And you know, I was so high in demand up at Penn State this past week, they had a riot because they wanted the A-List up there. I mean, what else could it be about, right? Anyway, don't call me Coach anymore. Let's continue round one of the Babe of the Year 2011 Tournament. Yeah, I was doing the Soldier Boy on the last review, so, whatever. Alright, well, let's see who we've got fighting one-on-one this time.
A New York girl, then you gotta have a lot of class.
Oh, no. But I must make my decision. Miranda Cosgrove moves on. Yes, I know, I hear everyone screaming already. But, you know, she is iCarly, and I got a new episode title for you. I Wanna Do Ya. What, she's 18? Come on, she's 18. Give me a break. Anyway, Emily Browning. I still want to see you in Sleeping Beauty, because I want to see those boobs, but better luck next year. Miranda Cosgrove moves on. In our ongoing coverage of Lindsay Lohan going to jail, we have an update in our segment, Locked Down. Sodomy. Alright, well, Lindsay Lohan showed up to jail. She served 4.5 hours. She had a 30-day serving time, by the way. And, evidently 4.5 hours was enough because of overcrowding. And she got out. Well, alright, well, interesting. 4.5 hours. I definitely know I've been in a strip club longer than that. As I said, I've been in a strip club longer than Kim Kardashian's marriage lasted. Anyway, so Lindsay Lohan is a free woman. Talk about some award show news, shall we? I'm waiting for the music. There we go. In my award show chat. Alright, well, Bubba Blow is not here because he just does the recaps. Hey, I know. Disappointing, right? Anyway, so, first off, the CMAs were this past week, and, I didn't watch it because, I'm not a redneck. Just kidding, rednecks out there. I love you. Love your wine glass. Anyway, the CMA Entertainer of the Year went to Taylor Swift for the Dos Sequianos time. For the second time, peeps. And, you know what's weird? I didn't watch that show, but that night I had a dream about Taylor Swift. Yeah, weird. But it didn't involve her winning the CMA Entertainer of the Year award. It involved some
Serious chase.
In some Oscar news, I reported here that Eddie Murphy would be hosting. Well, that ain't necessarily so. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Porgy and Bess, I know that, but God. Brett Ratner stepped down this past week, who was going to be the producer, and now Brian Grazer is going to do it, after he made a gay slur. And then he said about how he had sex with Olivia Munn. What? Yeah, right. Keep dreaming. I say about how I had sex with Olivia Munn, but that's a different story. That's all true. Anyway, so Brett Ratner steps down, and Eddie Murphy quits as well, because that's the whole reason he was going to do it. But now we find out that Billy Crystal will be hosting once again. So, I like Billy Crystal, no prob, even though God, what was the last movie he was in? Anyway, I'm sure it was a hit. So, speaking of films, We've been lacking little film news here on the A-list, but I have some amazing news, because Where's Waldo is now going to be made into a major motion picture. Oh my God, that's the greatest news I've ever heard. Really? Anyway, I know someone who could possibly fill the shoes of Where's Waldo, because you can't see him. Ladies and gentlemen, cast John Cena as Waldo. You can't see me. Anyway, now let's time for my report on what went down in the reality world this past week. Reality TV, not actually reality, because I don't live there. This is the Reality Report. Alright, peeps. Well, on Dancing with the Stars, we saw the elimination of Nancy Grace. Finally. Oh no, you know what that means? No more nipple slips or whatever. No more farts and God. And that means there can be no beaver shots at all. Thank God. But anyway, yeah, of all the dancers, we get Nancy Grace. Yeah, you know how I feel about that. Anyway, Nancy Grace is gone, and, we're down to the final four, so we're almost coming to an end. Thank God. Anyway, it just hasn't been the same since Chaz was voted off. Anyway, alright, now it's time to give you the rundown of what happened on another show. This is...
Yo, you dealing with the X Factor.
We're dealing with the X Factor, baby. Because this week, another group got voted off. And what are the names? The Stereo Hogs. Well, there you can go back to the barn. Evidently, Paul Abdul must not be doing a great job with these groups. But it was movie night. And from such films as the great You, Me, and Dupree and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, the classic films like that they took songs from. Anyway, well, you can't win them all. And in America's Got Talent news, yeah, it's been over for a while. I don't even know who won. I don't really care. Piers Morgan has quit the show from being a judge. Well, he did take over for Larry King, so I don't blame him. Anyway, now it is time for your favorite time of the week. And mine. Time for the box office prediction. The B.O. P. Yeah, you gotta wait for it, baby. Anyway, so, let's see what I'm gonna suggest, or predict, would be the number one film this week. Last week, I said Puss in Boots would be number one for the second week in a row. And it was, making me 105 and 32. The tally is legit, by the way, for those of you who've seen last week's episode. This week, I will say, the new film Immortals comes out, Jack and Jill comes out, which isn't getting good ratings at all. And then you have Puss in Boots again. I'm gonna go with it being Immortals edging out Puss in Boots just a little bit. Just what I think. So we're going with Immortals. And that brings us to this week's Babe of the Week. She doesn't really have anything to do with anything coming out this week, but she is my favorite rack of choice on the Showtime Network. This is Emmy Rossum. Yeah, I'd like to go down her slip and slide. Anyway, alright peeps, that's all the time we have for this week. But until next time, don't miss one single A-list second. You can subscribe to me right here on YouTube. Check out some of the other videos. You can like me on Facebook. Check out the Babe of the Year tournament. You can follow me on the Twitter. You can check out all my movie reviews at RottenTomatoes.com. And having trouble finding that perfect holiday gift, I have it right here in my hands. It is the West Troop A-List T-shirt. Hotter than a cheddar. Babe biscuit. Alright, peeps. So until next time, truth out. Let's check out these Emmy Rossum pictures.